We talk about the YNs often losing control in our communities, using gunplay as a response to themselves learning to deal with their anger. And I believe these claims, this talk needs to be had. But there's another level to the YNs. They're called B.A.N.s. See, the YNs may be B.A.N.s, but I have a sharp observation of how many successful men in our communities are B.A.N.s and therefore the same as a YN. Straight up, let's go there. My name is Leon, and I don't hang around, I never hung around men to personally interact because so many men I meet, no offense, brothers, I'm just pulling everybody coat. No offense, brothers. Because if you one of these brothers I'm talking about, I'll let you know I'm real. You may be a BAN, but I love you. But we have to start becoming aware of this shrewd, sharp observation that's not broken down. See, when I talk about BANs, and you'll get it, it's real easy, something like YNs, but B.A.N. It's not about their mannerisms or their voice or their style. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about LGBT. None of that. What I'm talking about is a weaponized petulance. It's a performative, bitter shrewdness. As I talk about this, you'll get it. It's a performative, it's a preemptive social shield where they try to act tough, talk strong. And you recognize when you see these guys and you feel their energy, you say, they're not a gentleman. When it comes to dealing with ladies, they may very well be an accommodationalist. They pander the women. Automatically, when you see a man in power and he's leaning towards like supporting women that's is it's over the top, he's pandering, you know, this means he may very well be a BAN. I probably give it 98%. See, you see these men and they carry a bit of spite. And they act this way because they fear vulnerability. And you can see how they may look down their nose at you, at different men that they can't get anything from. They feel as though they are unable to make a connection that will build onto them. And they'll look down at their nose at him. You can see it. You can see the spite. They may even be listening to you, but they like, mm-hmm. They trying to project a certain respect. But if you look at the big picture, you see they don't feel a connection, a manhood connection. See, this type of energy is more like a high status female social aggression. You see what the high status female social aggression is often identified as gossipy. They have certain exclusions and inclusions on how they operate and who they talk with. And they have like an icy type of persona for someone that's not on their level. And yeah, they may try to, hey, yeah, how are you? Hey, I can't believe she came over here with that. See, it's always a snide comment, a spiteful comment that is part of the way that they speak about people to the people that they vibrate with. You know it. You'd have hung around them. You may very well be this person, because this is a large part of how female our ladies. I'm trying to stop saying females. How our ladies conduct themselves. This is why a lot of arguments and the female doggers and this always comes out. See, it's men that operate like this. If you know a man that's a B.A.N, and you wonder, is he really one? Look at, does he gossip? Do he play the inclusion, exclusion type of thing? He got an icy persona. He look down his nose. See, when men do it, it's a lack of vulnerability that's in there. Oh, I could name it because you could look around. I know businessmen, pastors, like thought leaders, people with brands, men all around. This is the men that the women want to keep around because they enjoy their life like women also. They're a foodie. They like to go out. They gossip. They have this bitter shrewdness on their interactions. It's the same thing. See, and when a strong man that projects this, B.A.N this, he makes other men feel belittled and threatened. He's far from a gentleman. See, you understand, they're not a gentleman with everyone. They're gentlemen when they trying to be performative and get people to feel and think a certain way. But at the core of how they conduct themselves, do they love the other brother that they can't get anything from? It ain't hard to tell. They act with a cruelty that's a form of control. See, they act cruel and they try to project it as being strong, but it's cruel. It's not gentle. See, I know I'm good with these hands. Like I can crush physically. I'm talking about defending myself. Yeah. So maybe I know it's no need to carry myself in such a manner because I have been in wars for my life, on the streets and in jail, in federal penitentiaries. Like, I have been in battle where I may very well lose my life. See, a lot of these guys, they try to point on a fake persona, a tough persona, but they never ever, they're saying you ain't got to be, from the hood or did years in jail like me, incarceration. It just so happens that I have been there and proved myself. I've been bloody, guns, and I'm not talking about isolated incidents. I was shot when I was 11. Didn't even tell my mother. I was shot a few more times at the age of 18. Couldn't go to college for football, to excel in football. I was shot in the spine, paralyzed for 3.5 months from the waist down. I've been in so many battles. I fought like 140 fights in my life. I counted them. I'm from like the gutter for real. And I know what it takes to be gentle, to be kind. Because there's no need to act with that type of aggression when you done seen what I done seen. I done been through it. And I know that most men is trying to protect it. They ain't got it in them. They may even think that they do. They don't. They don't. I done seen it all. It's time that we do something about this, because many of these men, they are successful and they're the ones that's going to carry forward, but they projecting themselves just like the YNs, but we don't see it because they got money. We don't see it because they're not flying off the handle and shooting somebody. We don't see it because they ain't busting nobody in the mouth, but they the same little boy in the inside. not a man of true strength. I'm telling you, they are a panderer to ladies. They are B.A.N. Straight up, they are. You see it. They not a man's man. They not. They don't even like sports. I'm telling you, what kind of men you know don't really enjoy watching boxing? A B.A.N. Like, think about it. And real men comment below, and a lot of men are, man, I don't want to watch no man playing football in tights, and I ain't finna, because they enjoy sitting having conversations with a group of women or a couple women. They really get enjoyment out of those conversations. And I ain't saying it's wrong. But what I'm saying is, a man's man really enjoy watching that boxing match. He really enjoy watching that football game. Watch man hit hard. Okay, these dudes really enjoy it. And I ain't saying, and I got a few good friends that's what they are too. Like some really good friends, and it is what it is. I love them, but that's how they operate. And I'm saying, if you're not one of these guys, here's the call to action. Don't engage these men. Get your money with them. Don't even feed into it. Stay flat, direct, as men do. See, men, we're direct. Ain't no gossipy over here and gossiping and saying, trying to make the phrase not gossipy, but you want to say something and you say, listen, don't bother yourself with that dudes to do that. Stay unbothered. You ignore their spite because that's how they operate. I'm telling all men that are men, manly men, ask yourself, are they really going to want you around in the near future? Like I suggest you to stack it up. Stack that bread, get an exit plan, straight up. I like to end this and sing a song to all the manly men out there, because I feel for you guys. I feel for us the most. So all the manly men, I got a song for us. And I'm going to turn it off to it after this one, because I say it out of love. You got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Never count your money while you sitting at the table. It's time enough for counting when the deal is done. You guys know when to hold 'em. Woo! When to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. Know when to run.